Hello everyone, and we're back with the curriculum video series. Today we're going to be discussing the concept of social enterprises. Emma Folmer is an assistant professor at campus Fryslân at the University of Groningen. Her expertise focuses on how entrepreneurs and businesses can help to solve complex social problems. She's also the co-coordinator of the Circular Economy Research Group at the Rodolphe Agricola School for Sustainable Development. Dr. Folmer was the lead author of a paper that aimed to gather insights into the importance of networks for the emergence and growth of social enterprises. I invited her today to discuss the methods behind and the impact of her paper.
Commercial and social enterprises tend to be the same in the sense that they both sell goods and or services in the market. But they tend to be very different in terms of what their main goal or purpose is. So where commercial enterprises tend to focus on profit generation or maximization of profit, social enterprises really tend to focus on advancing a social mission or helping solve a social problem. So for developing this research project, two things were really important for us as a research team. One is to compare the startup phase of enterprises, social and commercial, to the growth or scaling phase, because the literature suggests that networks are used differently in the startup phase compared to the growth phase of an enterprise. And the other thing for us was really important to compare social and commercial enterprises. Because if you only look at the one, you can't really say, oh, is this particular to social enterprises, or is that, we don't know because we haven't talked to commercial entrepreneurs. So we really wanted to have both groups in as well. So for us, that meant actually quite quickly that we have to do a matched pairs design. And then when we interviewed the social enterprises, we also asked them, do you have any suggestions for other social enterprises that we can talk to? So kind of like a snowball sampling method. And we matched those again with commercial enterprises. So in the end, we ended up with, I think, 10 matched pairs or so, where we could say, okay, anything related to networks, we are more certain that this is due to them being social or commercial enterprises and not due to differences in size, industry, or age. So the research team actually consisted mostly of people with a geography background or coming from the geography discipline. And I think that's also reflected in the paper, where we also argue that you know, our paper takes place in a particular, or our study takes place in a particular context, where we see that networks formed in urban areas might also show differences compared to networks in rural areas. And we also conducted our study in a developed economy, and that might also be different for emerging economies. So we do acknowledge those spatial differences. But I think our paper can also have a lot of relevance in terms of business and management. Yeah, so I think in terms of the paper itself, it was published in a field journal. It got cited quite a number of times, which I'm quite proud of. And it was also included in a review study that was in a good journal that was published earlier this year. And in terms of my own research, the things that I learned from this study, the knowledge that I gained through talking to these entrepreneurs, to reflecting on how they engage with their networks, I've used that knowledge to also build on new projects and projects I'm currently working on.
I hope you enjoyed this discussion, and I can't wait to see you next time for the following installment in our video series.